Hello people, and welcome back to our first Sunset Harbour video. It's always nice when a new City Skylines DLC comes out, and yeah, really can't wait to get stuck into what has arrived with the new DLC. So, first of all, we'll take a look at the new maps, and then we'll dive into some of the assets and policies and unique buildings that also come with the DLC. So we'll try to take an all-encompassing look, check out some of the assets, and yeah, see how things go. So we'll start with the maps first of all, and how beautiful is this new desert map. So this is the first desert map of its kind. We haven't had one previously. There are of course plenty on the workshop, but for people that don't like playing with kind of workshop assets or people on the consoles, this is our first desert map. So I've gone ahead and applied the 25 tile mod. We have all these guys unlocked. Obviously if you're playing with the 82 or 81, you will then be able to kind of expand all into these areas around here. But yeah, so if you're without the mod, then obviously these kind of inner 9 tiles will be your limit, or you know, maybe you want to do it that way, whichever way you want. Let's have a little look around. So nice, lots of little kind of low flatland in the middle of the map here, and kind of these big kind of sand dunes and larger mountains on the outskirts. There's another highway over here as well, so this is the start point of the map. Got a nice little lake here, like a little oasis. The map is actually called Desert Oasis, so I guess this is what it's referring to. This is a really nice starting point you could build. Some really nice suburbs and a nice little town centre around here. During Saturday's live stream, I think we will be playing on this map. We're going to start a new city on this map, play it at the live stream, that should be quite fun. So then the highway continues over this way. You've got another kind of little lake over here with some rock assets and an abandoned factory. And looks like this is the national train line. So you have access to that pretty, I guess it is a little bit far away. You'd have to expand in that direction to get to it. And obviously there is a big 4-way cloverleaf interchange here. And then obviously the highway kind of carries off into that direction over there with those valleys. And then kind of in that direction as well. Yeah, it's a nice map. I really do like it. Some more rock assets up on the side of the hill here too. Got some nice opportunities for a little hillside community here to look over the desert. Got some nice views from there. There's actually another lake over here too. So yeah, kind of lots of little desert oasis is oasi. I don't know what the plural is for oasis. And then there's another big old lake here as well, right in the kind of the basin of this mountain, although I'm pretty sure, yeah, the map kind of ends with the 25 tile mod within this lake here, so you may struggle to actually kind of build anything significant here without the 81 tile mod. And then there's another little kind of lake up on the hill here as well that looks out kind of over everything else. A little castle ruin here too, that's quite cute. Some more down here. So yeah, really, really nice map. Really looking forward to kind of getting stuck into this thing. More little lakes over here as well. So there is kind of one downside to this desert map, I guess, is that you can't really place any harbours and kind of allow ships to come in through here because, you know, there's no ocean. It's just, well, it's a desert, isn't it? So there's no external boat connections, which I guess is, you know, a little bit of a downside. But kind of the other downside to that as well is the fact that you can't actually really make use of your fishing industry stuff. I guess you could place it here. I guess there's anchovies in this lake here, so I guess yeah, you could still make use of this. Yeah, so it just looks like there's anchovies and a little bit of shellfish here too. So you can see we kind of have each of them indicated. The colours of the respective fish up in the menu here. And, yeah, it looks like there's a lot of anchovies and a little bit of shellfish to make use of in this map. So if you're looking to get into the fishing industry stuff, this map may not be for you. But yeah, I think maybe it would have been nice to have a coastline on this map. But, you know, the other ones have a lot of coastline, so yeah, we'll see. Let's have a look at the natural resource. Obviously, a lot of forestry around here, but you can kind of place that as you want. Lots of oil over here, a big bit of oil right over in the corner. quite far away from the highway as well, so you would definitely have to extend your highway network out here to collect the oil. Massive amount of ore over on the hillside here. That's really quite interesting. And again, there's another national rail connection out here as well, so that'd be super useful for your ore industry. Again, a bunch more oil over here. Very little fertile land, I'm noticing. There's a little bit here in the water, which is strange. And then a little bit around the water as well, a tiny bit here. So yeah, farming would definitely not be the industry to go for in this map. There's just not much fertile land at all. Lots of oil and ore it seems, so it would be kind of a very industrialized desert, I suppose. But yeah, kind of the terrain, how are we looking for the terrain? Obviously you can kind of see we've been flying around. The centre of the map has this basin in and amongst all these little valleys. And yeah, it is a really nice looking map. Maybe a little bit of a downside with the lack of kind of fishing and only having access to the anchovies. Maybe there's a way around that, I don't know. I haven't played too much with it yet, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, but there's a lot of kind of mountainous terrain, but you could get a real nice looking heavy downtown to sit within the valley here. That would be really sweet, and kind of surround your hillsides with suburbs. That would look very nice indeed. You can kind of imagine the view from here with a big high-rise downtown within the floor of the valley. Very cool. Anyway, yeah, this map seems pretty cool. We'll definitely try it out and see how it goes. But yeah, let's go have a look at the next one. Alright, and the next map we are looking at here is called Azure Gulf, and it's nice. I like it. It's got a lot of nice kind of river patterns flowing through here. Let's kind of have a look at the overview. So again, this is kind of your 9 tile centre, and you've kind of got these outer ones expanded with the 25 tile mod. 81 tiles would obviously take you a little further out into the rest of the world. Yeah, let's have a little zoom around. So the start of the map is right here. Now this is a really nice starting location. You got some nice little mountains here with the river flowing behind them. It's nice to see these kind of smaller rivers as well in city skylines. A lot of them are relatively wide, but these are really kind of nice and windy. Remind me of a lot of the rivers in England. I suppose elsewhere in the world. But yeah, your national rail connection is right here by the looks of it. Yeah, it is. So a nice little rail intersection here. You can switch in multiple directions, and it kind of flows under the highway. This highway bridge is great. And there's a little trumpet interchange here as well that comes built in with the map. That's quite nice. But this is a fair bit away from your starting position. So if you were starting here, you've got a really nice flat land to build a town on, and a nice little beach as well to work with. That'd be really nice. Nice little beachfront here, some nightlife, bit of fishing industry as well. Yeah, it's a nice map. This map has every connection. You have access out to the coast, and you got kind of the estuary here where it flows out into the open ocean. Nice little decorative lighthouse on the cliffside. It's cute. You got a few little islands out here as well. You could definitely build like a small little bridge out to these. This would be really cute. There's a little boat wreck here as well. Yeah, you could do some really nice things with these islands. So yeah, kind of the last larger island there is a little bit out of your reach with a 25 tile mod, but you could do something nice with this one. But imagine you would probably, this island here would make a great spot for your kind of real high density downtown. You could get a lot of ports in here. Kind of keep your suburbs out near where the terrain goes a little more mountainous. Let's have a look at the natural resource. So lots of ore industry straight away, and forestry too, if you're starting out on this island. Plenty of fertile land, a little bit of oil dotted about. There isn't too much oil here by the looks of it. Oh, here you go, right out on these islands. Yeah, so you could do a really cool looking oil industry out on these islands here. That would be really, really nice. Oh, I can see myself building something with that. That would be great. There's more ore over on the mountainside here too. This is a really nice interchange as well. This is the one that kind of comes built into the map. It's very pretty indeed. Perfectly terraformed. Something that I struggle with. Yeah, and lots of little rivers coming out of the mountain here. This is really, really nice. This would be really cute for like a little small town vibe with the river flowing through it up here in the mountains. And kind of looking out over the downtown on the islands here. Look really, really nice. Let's have a look at the fishing stuff. Okay, so it looks like this map's got a little bit of everything. Whole bunch of shellfish, holy hell. There's a lot of shellfish here. So it actually has tuna as well. Right here. The bay would make a great, I guess it's not really a bay, is it? This is more of a, the wider river, this would be the bay. So yeah, plenty of opportunities on this map for fishing. To go along with the new industry, that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, really, really nice map. I am happy with it. Quick check of the terrain before we move on. So yeah, you know, you can kind of see you've got these flatter areas on the islands for your big building if you don't want to deal with any nasty terraforming. And you know, as you move towards the outskirts of the map, you're starting to deal with much harsher terrain. This would make a great national park right here, a little nature reserve. That'd be nice. Yeah, but really nice map. This is certainly one of the better ones that we've seen out of the two so far. Maybe we might end up streaming this one on Saturday. Who knows? Why not both? So much to do. It's very exciting. I really love a new DLC. Yeah, anyway, let's move on to the third map. Alright, so this is the third map. And yeah, it's very mountainous. Very mountainous indeed. Look at this waterfall over here. This would be, is this within the building limits of the map here? Yeah, really good opportunity for a dam right here. You could power your city for days with that dam right here as well. Lots of little, it's nice to see some kind of real kind of heavy flow within the rivers, you know, coming out of the mountains like this. Kind of reminds me of where I live. You know, we have very tall mountains with rivers flowing out of them. This is a real good looking map right here. So let's have a look at the city start. Where are we starting out from here? Right over here. So straight away, lots of flat land to kind of enjoy, and also you have two highway connections almost immediately here, which is really nice. You could hook your. Oh, this is a beautiful interchange. Oh, look at that. This is a perfect little Y interchange. This is beautiful. Very nicely decorated as well. Little round of applause for Paradox on this. Beautiful, love it. Okay, so this will be your starting position right here, and straight away, lots of little flat land to get your little first village started out on. So great idea here would be to actually kind of build your village out of this one, and hook your highways together and have your industry hooked up to here. And that way your industry already has its own dedicated highway intersection without you having to build one. A nice little riverside bridge here that flows over as well. Like the way that the National Rail flows under the bridge here. That's really, really nice. There goes one of the trains. So he's kind of heading off in multiple directions right up over here. Wow, is this within the build limit? Yes, it is. Look at this mountainside rail. Holy hell. It goes all the way up there. This would definitely be an interesting train ride, right? Right along the ridge of a mountain here. Holy crap. It's very nice. I do like it. Yeah, alright. That's kind of your overview of the map right here. Let's have a look at our natural resources. So oil and ore right by the highway interchange here, or highway entrance rather. Great opportunities again for some industry, and a lot of fertile land here as well. So you could even start a farming village to be kind of your first little project you would build on this map. So there's a little bit of oil within the waterfall here. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Oh yeah, this terrain has really, well, this map has like beautiful terrain. All these like cascading waterfalls all over the place. Oh yeah, this is a nice map. Look at this one as well. This map is called Cascade Falls, I think. I'll throw it up on the screen now. Well, you can see why it kind of takes that name. Okay, let's carry on looking at the natural resource. So, kind of oil, ore, forestry and farming all immediately available to you at the start of this map. That's really helpful. And then kind of further afield, you've got more fertile land. Lots of ore up in the mountains, which I guess makes sense. More fertile land out on these other kind of flatlands around this kind of centralized bay. Little island in the middle here. This is a little bit of an odd place for some fertile land, I guess, but okay. Yeah, lots of ore. If you guys are a fan of ore industry, you will certainly enjoy this map. There's a ton of it. Yeah, again, right up in the mountains here, lots more ore. Plenty of forestry as well. And how about the terrain? So these flat plains are definitely obviously easier to be building on here, and as you would expect, kind of as you move towards the outskirts of the map, things get a lot more hilly. How is the terrain around these little waterfalls we've got over here? Yeah, so it's pretty intense. You would have maybe a little bit of difficulty building around here if you're not a fan of how the game kind of generates terrain. Obviously, kind of move it and better landscaping would certainly help you construct on this map a lot easier. But yeah, it's a nice map, man. The fishing stuff. Let's have a little look at that before we leave. So again, it seems there's a lot of tuna on this map, which I'm guessing is the most expensive fish. And then lots more shellfish and a ton of anchovies. Oh no, that's salmon, isn't it? Okay, so that's cool how they have salmon through the rivers. I can appreciate that. And then, yeah, you got your kind of lower end anchovies in here as well. So yeah, plenty of opportunity for fishing, especially within this little centralized island bay here. Yeah, but really, one of the... it's surprised me, these maps so far. I'm liking all of them. Yeah, this is kind of Cascade Falls. Let me know if you like this one. And let's go ahead and have a look at the next one. Okay, and here is the next one. Just a real important thing to note, when you load up a game now, the game starts paused. Huge appreciation for that. That's really helpful, because obviously it was playing, and you always had to pause it yourself. Very small change, but yeah, appreciated nonetheless. Yeah, so this is the next one. Lots more rivers, a lot of water on this map, so not that much room for kind of building kind of your vast metropolis that you would maybe build on some of the other maps. But yeah, let's have a little look around. So the start of the city is right here. So go ahead and dive in. So straight away, you know, you've got lots of nice flat lands. You can see there's some fertile land right here as well. Great opportunity to build a nice little farmland here and hook it into the highway. And then again, you've got some kind of nice little riverfront land here to build on. This is a really nice looking island here. So this would be your city start. Now you've got this little kind of wooded island in the middle of the river as well. And then a bunch of fertile land on this one. Yeah, it's a really nice looking map. This bridge is it's a pretty intense climb up, I suppose, but looks nice. Might want to rebuild that to be a little lower, but you know, each to their own, I suppose. It's a nice winding highway through. You're kind of coming back into the start of the map here. Got this really nice, looks like an old dried up riverbed. This is very cool. I like this. You could definitely do some nice things in here. A few little castle walls up on the hill here, it looks like as well. And a nice little 4-leaf clover interchange over here as well. It's distributing people in various directions. Yeah, okay. Let's have a look at the natural resource. So there's some oil right in the peninsula here. There isn't much of it, so I have to be careful with the size of the industry. And a little bit of forestry, of course, and that farmland that we mentioned earlier. And over here as well, a little touch more oil. And there's a fair bit of oil on this map, it looks like. Not seeing too much ore. Looks like, again, this is oil, isn't it? Yeah. So there's more oil, a lot of oil actually. Kind of all over the map. There is 95,000 units of ore, although I am guess there's some here. You can kind of see each of the available ones too, yeah. I guess this is all in the mountainside then, I guess. It's kind of hard to tell with the shading. But yeah, this is a really nice looking map. Let's have a look at the terrain. So from the start, obviously we got nice flat areas to work with, which is always helpful. And kind of all these little islands. There's a little bit of a mound in the middle, but you could easily build on that without any terraforming problems. Kind of over here as well, it's all very clean, very smooth, nice and easy to build on. Got a nice little kind of island peninsula out here. That's very nice looking. You could do some nice things with this. Very nice. And kind of as you head out towards the edge of the highway near the map boundary here, it gets a little more extreme. There's a nice little lake here as well, actually. You could build something nice around this so the terrain isn't particularly friendly. Some little bunkers here too. Kind of like a mini Normandy beach, right? It's nice though. A little cave over here as well. I like the way they have these kind of dried up riverbeds. Yeah, there's a kind of a real big like spine of mountains right here. But yeah, overall, a pretty nice map. Probably not my favourite of the new ones so far. Again, kind of your fishing industry. A ton of shellfish. Lots and lots of shellfish and anchovies. Looks like that's it. Yeah, there is. So it's just shellfish and anchovies on this map. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the fifth and final map. And the fifth and final map we will be looking at today is called Swampland, and for obvious reasons there are a lot of little rivers around here. So yeah, let's have a look at the city start. So this is where we start out. Nice little simple highway exit here. Going into a three-way intersection. Yeah, nice big large flat section of land with a little kind of river flowing through here that dead ends. Kind of weird the way, I guess it is swampland, I suppose. Yeah, there's kind of lots of these little raised lands, isn't there? And then it flows out into kind of the main river. Probably terraform that out, just so this flows through. And yeah, lots of it is a relatively flat map. There aren't many mountains at all besides this little peak here, I don't think. A couple of little raised sections over here like this, but otherwise it's plain sailing in terms of how easy it is to build. Interesting to note that the national rail connection is right here up alongside the highway, so the map start is there, so you could very quickly get access to the national rail system. It's a very unique looking rail interchange here, isn't there? Look at this. And it comes over, probably smoothing that out a little bit. And over a little bridge. Yeah, okay, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, it is very, very swampy indeed. There's kind of your map boundaries with the 25 tile mod. So you've got plenty of land to build on. Let's have a look at the natural resource. So lots of farmland immediately available to you, and forestry as well. A little bit of ore over here, more fertile land. It's very blotchy. You know, all this is right near your rail system as well, so you could easily be exporting that via the rail. A big chunk of fertile land over here. And kind of a very patchy strip of oil along this one here. And a whole bunch of forestry. There's a lot of forestry on this map, 338,000 units. Again, it's saying there's a lot of oil as well. I guess maybe it is actually more than it looks. A little bit in the corner. There's some oil and ore over here as well. Yeah, so still plenty of opportunities for your Industries DLC to take place on this map. How are we looking for the terrain? So yeah, like we thought, it's all very, very flat. There's no major mountain ranges anywhere, so if you're not kind of a fan of very flat looking maps, then I guess this one probably wouldn't be for you, but if you hate terraforming, then this would certainly be one you'd probably enjoy. I do like how deep the rivers are as well. You can kind of see it on the terraforming thing there. I'm looking at the terrain. Nice wide rivers. Yeah, very nice. Let's have a look at the fishing industry. See how we're looking here. So again, yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of everything on this map. Lots of tuna through these main rivers here. So, and the start of the map, you're going to have access to really good fishing industry stuff straight away when you're surrounded by salmon and tuna. So, might be a good way to make money. And no more big veins. You got everything in one here. The shellfish, anchovies, salmon and tuna. Over here as well. Yeah, it's a pretty nice map. I think probably my first three were probably the favourites. But yeah, this one certainly isn't bad. Yeah, cool. Alright, let's go ahead and have a look at some of the assets, and we'll see what new things have arrived with Sunset Harbour. Okay guys, so we're back in Azure Gulf, which is probably my new favourite map, you know guys. This is a really nice looking map. This was the second one we looked at, with the oil islands out here as well. Let me know which one you guys want to see the stream on. I was initially thinking the desert, but I'm thinking this one right now. Now I've kind of got into it and seen it. It's really nice. Anyway, time to have a look at the new asset. So first of all, there are some new water sewage buildings that we can look at. So we now have a large water tower, which is very fancy indeed. We'll plot the regular water tower next to it as well, and then kind of have a look at them. So there you go, the new one in the right is the large water tower. It isn't really that much larger, I guess, but I'm guessing it's larger in terms of volume. So this would be particularly useful on the desert map, obviously, because there are such limited water sources. You'll probably need a lot of these to keep feeding your city. And it's got a nice little bit of detail with some barrels and a little access door down at the bottom. Yeah, it's a fairly nice asset. That's kind of the old one next to it for comparison. So the old one, just kind of out of interest, has a 60,000 cubic meters pumping capacity per week, 240 upkeep and 3.5 grand to place it. Then kind of comparing it to this one, you've got 160,000 cubic meters of water per week that this one will pump, 720 per week and 9,000 to cost. Kind of its noise pollution is the same as well, 25 and 25 for each of them. So yeah, you're getting 100,000 extra cubic meters a week pumped through the larger one. Okay, so look what else we have. So we now have the inland water treatment plant. Let's go ahead and place this down. Okay, so this is pretty nice. Nice looking industrial building. Okay, let's have a look at it. So $320 a week and 2,500 to place. A ground pollution value of 100, which is pretty high, and noise pollution of 10. So the inland water treatment plant extends the water services to include cities built far away from open water sources, like the desert map. This building processes and drains the wastewater back into the ground, and plants surrounding will be affected by the ground pollution. So you don't want to place this near your water towers. That would be bad. So yeah, it's a nice looking asset. So this will replace your sewage pipes, I guess, your drain pipes when you don't have anywhere to drain them in the kind of the desert map, which is really going to help you cut down on your water pollution, but obviously at the expense of that very heavy ground pollution. So this would be right within your industrial areas that were already causing ground pollution anyway. Then we have the advanced inland water treatment plant. I guess this is the upgraded version. So again, kind of in terms of the assets side by side, they're all very nicely detailed as usual. Got some nice decals and little detailing with the barrels, and little containers and boxes and kind of big trash cans there as well. Really like these little assets with the water. When the game's playing, they don't actually flow, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, nicely fenced off as well. Nice looking industrial building. Let's take a look at it. So an advanced alternative for the inland water treatment plant, which extends the water services, processes wastewater back into the ground, and obviously plants around it will be suspected. So noticeably that the pollution here on the advanced one is a lot less. It's down to 20, although at the slight increase of noise pollution from 10 to 15. It will drain 160,000 compared to 120,000 of the regular one. 640 a week to upkeep and 15 grand to place it in. That's not too bad. So there were also eco variants of these guys as well. Let's have a little look at these. Let's place them in. So let's have a little look. So obviously they're a lot greener. They look a lot cleaner. Kind of these little Green Cities vibes going on. So this is going to tie in really nicely with your Green Cities DLC stuff. And they're going to make really nice additions to your industrial areas as well. So again, I'm guessing these are just going to be the same, right? Let's go to our water stuff again. Yeah, so the advanced version, the eco-friendly version, will continue to drain wastewater and put it back into the ground, as will the regular, smaller version as well, for a lot less ground pollution. So, kind of looking at this one here, the inland one, which is going to give you 100 ground pollution. You're then trading up for 7 ground pollution with the very top end one of the Eco Advanced. So yeah, definitely worth the investment if you're looking to avoid that ground pollution. But the assets look great. Really nice job from Paradox on these. Like the little front of these ones as well. Like little cute access doors and boxes, although the scale of those boxes, they must be some pretty big boxes because they're like the same height as the door. And these barrels as well, almost as tall as the building, like halfway up. But yeah, really nice job. I like all these little pipelines that are flowing across the asset. These will make really nice additions into your industrial areas, and especially useful for those maps without much water access, or maybe where the flow of the water is a little awkward. These are great for just putting in there. Really, really nice. I like them. Okay, let's see what else is new. So there have been some additions over to the healthcare tab. Let's have a little look at these. So we now have elder care. Let's place this guy in. And child care centre. Was it child health, did it say? Yeah, child health centre. Okay, let's have a little look at these. So this is the child health centre right here. Kind of this cute little skylight building on the side of it here. That's pretty nice. Little playground assets out in the back there. Looks really sweet. Kind of looks like one of the lower density residential buildings with this, like, is it mosaic tiles? But yeah, nice little healthcare building. And then the elder care, which I guess would be like your old people's home. Really nice building. This would make a great kind of town centre building. If you're looking to kind of focus a build around a new town centre to start a new area, this would certainly be in the contention. Lots of nice trees, 3 little parking decals outside. Some nice little flower beds. Yeah, I like that. Little ladders up the side as well. Cute. Let's have a look at what they do. So the elder care is a small healthcare facility offering treatment targeted specifically at the elderly, which creates a health benefit. Elder care also extends the lifespan of the elderly within the building's radius. So pretty self-explanatory. It's going to make your old people live longer. It's 600 a week to upkeep and a cost of 22,000 to place. If you're kind of comparing that to the medical centre, and you've got 400 a week to upkeep and 10,000 to place. So it's one of the more expensive buildings in the city. It's obviously not as expensive as the hospital, but yeah, not too bad. And the child healthcare centre, so again, small healthcare facility, increases the birth rate within the city's building radius and offers health services to children and teens, creating a health benefit. So I guess that's going to actually help spike the population. If you were to place this within a real high density area, you're going to get a massive spike in population because of this little building right here. I'm assuming that's how it's working. I'm looking at this guy, I'm looking at all this stuff with you guys for the first time as well. Yeah, it would be really nice to kind of play with some of these assets when we get them into the build gardens and modular builds and stuff. It'd be very sweet. Very cool. I like them. Okay, so the next major addition, which is why kind of people are calling this Public Transit 2.0, is the addition of the new trolleybuses and a whole bunch of new transport hubs. So let's go ahead and drop this in. So it looks like this is working really similarly to the tram depot. I think it's actually a reskin of the same asset, I think, isn't it? Let's have a little look. I'm pretty sure that is the tram depot, just a little bit reskinned. Yeah, pretty much is. But it's slightly different, I guess. You got these kind of flatter roofs here, and this little side building coming out the side of here too for the trolleybus. Okay. So nice looking asset. Again, we've got these kind of overhead power lines. Little gates around the side as well. Little like air conditioning units on the side. Yeah, nice looking high street building here. Got these kind of fences outside. Very big, important looking building. So it also comes with a couple of different types of new road. Obviously these again are just kind of reskins of the regular road, just this time with the trolleybus power lines above them. And they're kind of represented by this dead end here. So that's pretty cute. They obviously have one-way variants as well alongside 4-lane. I'm really happy we got the 4-lane with this. We build some really nice looking kind of things here as well. So kind of the way that the power lines are crossing over at a big main intersection here are really sweet. And I believe also that they're actually animated. So that'd be really cool. Let's go ahead and get some in. Okay, so they're coming out now. Look very nice. Yeah, it's just kind of be interesting to see kind of the efficiency of these guys compared to trams as to how they perform. How many do they hold? So 30, so that they actually hold less than trams, because trams are 90, so I guess these are just reskinned versions of buses. Let's have a little look at the description of the building itself. So the depot sends out vehicle lines to automatically when it is connected to a trolleybus line. Trolleybus is an electric bus that draws power from overhead wires using spring-loaded trolley poles. Also, vehicles will return to the depot after finishing their shift. So you can see even the little poles bend out away from the wire when they pull over at the stop, which is pretty cool. So just kind of see them move around the loop here. And we'll see this little animation as they come across the junction. So they have one final stop. So we'll notice their poles. They kind of bend around with the wire when they come across this junction here. That's really cool. And again, you know, they bend out when they come to the stops as well. Okay, they're pretty cool, I guess. I'm not sure how useful they'll be for kind of, I guess they're meant for like smaller inner city transport, I guess. Be interesting to see the benefit over trams. I guess maybe they're faster than trams. I don't know, maybe you guys know, maybe you can let me know in the comments. Yeah, so that's kind of it with the trolleybus stuff. It's not too bad, I suppose. We'll definitely use it, see what we can do with it. And we now have a new tab for public transport hubs, which is really useful. Kind of encompasses every new transport building that we have, which is really cool. So it also includes the one from the Mass Transit DLC as well. There's the train stations. Just near the monorail ones are in here as well. Okay, so let's have a look at each of them. So the bus inner city bus hub is $880 a week to place, with a cost of $55,000 to place it. Sorry, 80 week to upkeep and 55,000 to place, sorry. Noise pollution of 75, and a bus terminal, an inner city bus terminal, is a large building with local bus stops in a bus platform configuration with separate platforms for inner city buses. Very nice indeed. Okay. So this is a great looking asset. I really like this. Super nice. Really, really nice actually. Make sure we carry on our water down here. Yeah, so you can imagine building kind of like a little trolley bus interchange right next to one of these things. So people can get off your trolley buses and join into the wider inner city bus hub. So I'm guessing this guy's going to work with regular bus stops, right? Let's go ahead and drop ourselves in one of the bus depots. Yeah, okay, so we can create new lines within these two stops here. So it's just this one, isn't it? Okay, so this one right here is where we join our bus lines, and I'm guessing that this one is for the inner city buses. Okay, that's pretty cool. I do like that. So then we have the bus metro hub. Let's go ahead and place this guy in. This guy is a beast. So obviously 2 metro tunnels right here, and I'm pretty sure they converge on the compass points, don't they? So let's go ahead and grab some of our metro. Oh, of course, we now have the underground metro as well. So exciting. Okay, so interestingly enough, they've now changed the metro kind of tunnels into just metro tracks. And these guys will obviously snap onto each of these points right here. So this building's really great. I imagine this will be able to handle a lot of people a week. Yeah, it looks really nice as well, especially right up against alongside the other bus hub here. Really great looking building. Lots of open space in it as well, and some nice little parking decals on the corner here too. And then I'm guessing with our bus lanes, yeah, we can draw the bus lanes in right here. That's pretty sweet. Okay, that's a nice building. Let's carry on looking at the other transport hubs. So after this we have the metro inner city bus hub. Let's drop him in over here. Yeah, again, really nice. I like the little escalators on each side. I'm hoping that they're animated and Sims will actually use them. Yeah, so this is a really sweet looking building again. You know, lots of nice little additions to our transport hub builds. This is always appreciated. Really looking forward to this. But yeah, nice building. Again, so it's a bus and metro terminal, so it's going to deal with our bus lines in the middle here, kind of as a regular bus stop would. And it's got metro in it as well, which is great. So plenty of expansive options for your metro networks. Let me just go ahead and throw in a whole bunch of these just to power myself up. Okay, really nice. Let's have a look at its description. So, transportation hub designed to guide people to and from the city. Citizens can easily switch from intercity buses and metro, providing citizens and tourists with easy access to outside connections and public transportation. Yeah, so that's going to be a really nice addition into any city. And then the new one is the train metro hub, and again, this guy is a beast. So he actually comes with a road built into him, which is pretty special. And this is certainly a favourite. This is beautiful. Okay, so this side right here, this is the metro. And this is the train. So this is a great building to place, to kind of separate your national rail into your internal public transport network. Really love this little tunnel that flows over. It's a shame that this isn't see-through. This would have been great to see the Sims walking back into. And they've got little ramps coming up and down here as well, which looks great. Really nice looking kind of hedges and benches alongside the front of it as well. Yeah, this is a great asset. I can't wait to get this in. We'll definitely be doing a new transport hub with these assets. Probably as a modular build. Yeah, looks great. Fantastic. Really, really good work on that one. Very happy with it indeed. Okay, let's check out the expanded metro stuff. So we now have a metro station. So metro has now been upgraded to be allowed to be overground, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and just unlock this one so we have a little more room. So for you guys that don't play modded, there is a very popular mod called the Metro Overhaul mod. That allows your metro to flow overground. And yeah. Be really interesting to see how this compares to monorail. Be really interested to see that. Little drink machines on the platform as well. That's really cute. Little informations on the signs. And yeah, there's a little more of these little tunnel bridges that are taking people up to the platform. So this one's obviously a raised one. Now let's have a look how the actual kind of raised metro bridges look compared to the ones on the ground. Now let's maybe have a look at the bridges as well. So they've got this nice little kind of orange strip that runs through the middle of them. I do like that. Helps differentiate them away from your regular train lines. Let's kind of get a regular train line actually and bring it up alongside just so you guys can see the difference between the two. So, you know, they're pretty distinctive as to which one is which. Obviously the train lines have these overline power lines above them. I definitely prefer the raised versions of these with these little single columns. These kind of big, chunky, almost like iron girders that are attached to the rail one. Don't particularly agree with me. You can kind of see how it flows up there as well. It's got this nice little decal pattern on the side. Yeah, so raised metro is now a thing for modded players, which is going to see some really cool creations created, I'm sure. Underneath it's really nice as well. Got these little bushes, a little kiosk. That's really cute. And outside the kind of the one on the ground, and similar to what we had with the metro and train hub with these little hedges and bushes and stuff. Looks great. Super happy with how they've put these assets together. They look so pretty. Certainly going to make a real nice addition into everyone's public transport network, I am sure. So we now obviously have intercity buses as well. So let's go ahead and have a look at these. Let's draw ourselves a little line down over to the beach and drop some of these guys in. So under the bus hub, we now have the intercity bus station. The intercity bus station. So these guys will draw buses from kind of other nations. So kind of like a megabus or National Express kind of thing. And over here we have the intercity bus station. Let's have a little look at what these two assets are going to do for us. So bus station uses coaches for people to travel to and from the city. Bus station requires a highway connection, and intercity bus station does not require intercity bus lines or stops, but does allow the placement of regular bus stops within the bays. And then the intercity bus terminal. So this is a larger alternative to the intercity bus station. And the bus terminal uses coaches for people to travel to and from the city, yada yada, doesn't require buses. Yeah, so this is the After Dark bus station. This is how they used to look. And the only real kind of main bus asset we had was this one right here, which felt a little bit overkill for kind of smaller areas. But I definitely think these things kind of suit that kind of smaller theme a little more. So it's cute to see them in there. And then it's going to come out this side again and back onto the road. and then they'll continue on their route. Alright, let's take a look at some of the aviation stuff now. So there have been a couple of new buildings added in. So obviously we have the helicopter stuff now in as well, which is really exciting. So let's go ahead and drop in the helicopter depot and a helicopter stop a little further down the road. Okay, so here they are. Little helicopters coming in. So this is the helicopter stop itself. Nice little terminal building on the front. A little bit of industrial detail in the back. Looks like kind of fuel and a little bit of storage and stuff. So we can change the colour of the line as usual. I'm guessing this will change the colour of the helicopter as well. Yeah, it does kind of whatever position you drag it as will change the actual colour of the helicopter. So they hold 20 people at a time. And yeah, nice little building. Interesting to see how efficient these guys will be. So these are the two stops. And then they're just going to kind of fly between them and come into land. I can see myself using these very sparingly. It'd be really kind of cool to see if you can get them into a transport hub. That might be sweet. I'll have to see. And then this is the helicopter depot itself, which obviously, allows our lines to have access to helicopters. Nice little helipad icons here. And the usual kind of, these little jet fuel tanks, or helicopter fuel, I guess. And some more little storage containers. That look pretty sweet as well. Yeah, nice looking building. I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at the big boy. So there has also been a new aviation club added into the game. And the new airport as well. So I'm guessing that under public transport hubs. Yeah, here it is. So the new Metropolitan Airport. And oh my word, is this thing a beast? Wow, that's massive. Okay, let's fly over here and try and place this thing in. Okay, so here is the new Metropolitan Airport. So, airport and a helicopter stop hub with integrated metro station, which allows people to conveniently switch between air transportation methods for a quick access to and from the city. So, having just built Airport Island in the build guide, we now have a new airport. Of course we do. What else? Anyway, a fantastic looking asset. Really, really nice. A couple of runways here. So there's two helipads integrated into this thing. So you can actually draw out your helicopter lines here. Let me zoom back and grab one. So you could hook these guys up into kind of the helicopter lines that we just placed. And have helicopters coming and arriving down at your new Metropolitan Airport. Let's go ahead and draw one in. There we go, we'll have to stop in. Yeah, and it also has metro with it as well, so let's have a little look at that. So let's grab our metro lines and come underground. So again, it's kind of pointing to all points of the compass here. You've got north, west, south and east. North, east, south, west. I don't know why I said it in that order. Yeah, so this is a really cool looking asset. I'm happy with this. Be interesting to see how many people it can handle compared to the regular international airport. Let's kind of have a look at size comparison actually. So there's kind of your two airports here. Now this is the old one, the regular international that came with After Dark, I think. And then this is the new one. So I think that the new one definitely looks a lot more interesting. And plus it's got the helipad and metro integrated into it as well. The front of it is certainly a lot more attractive. You could definitely do some nice things with like plazas right out front here. Drawing these up and having kind of pathways elevated out from this point. What a shame we've just built the airport island in Boguzia. I much prefer this new one over towards kind of the old one here. It's a lot more interesting, isn't it? There's a lot more going on. Lots of different little terminals coming out of the main airport. But yeah, great looking building. Really happy with that new one. Okay, last but certainly not least is going to be the fishing industry that has arrived. So under our industries and garbage tab now, we have fishing as a new option, and there's a whole bunch of new little assets that come with this. So first of all, we have the fishing harbour. Obviously, these need to be placed along a waterfront, and kind of the colours here correspond to what is available to you to fish in the water. Let's go ahead and drop a bunch of these in. So this first one is going to be the fishing harbour. $80 a week to upkeep, which is very, very cheap, and only $8,000 to cost to place it as well. So fishing harbour sends out low capacity fishing boats. Interesting, that's low capacity. That can catch all types of fish with a moderate catch rate. To function, the fishing harbour requires a complete looping fishing route that starts and ends at the harbour. So fishing route is here. 2 little nodes to snap onto. Let's drag our fishing route through all these little colours. So looks like we're going to be catching some shellfish right here, and that's going to hook him up nicely. So the asset itself looks really nice. And kind of got these really high piers again. You know, this has always been a problem with kind of waterfront buildings in city skylines. Is you know, you get these really tall building like piers along the water from waterfront buildings. They don't kind of scale down. A little bit annoying, but you know, as long as it works. Let's go ahead and let's go up into our road network. Apologies for this horrendously messy city. Okay, so here goes the first fishing trawler. Yeah, so you can see kind of how the boat scales with the pier. It's a little smaller. Yeah, and he's just going to make his way around that little loop that we set up with the fishing routes. There he goes. So I'm guessing we can make some amends here. Okay, so we can't change the colour. And then he has a little fish loaded percentages, and it tells us what he's catching as well. There he goes. Kind of out on the horizon. It's going to be nice to see our waterways come to life a little more as well with these new fishing assets, rather than just ferries like it previously was. Okay. Let's have a look at what else. Can't find fucking bitch to what it is. Okay, so the next one would be an anchovy fishing harbour. Let's go ahead and drop this guy in. There we go. Okay, so a fishing harbour dedicated to catching and processing just anchovies. Specialised fishing boats have a higher catch rate and a capacity as long as their fishing routes reach the correct type of fish to function. Okay, so that's interesting. And the fishing harbour requires a complete looping fishing route to work, of course. So obviously this guy wants anchovies, so he can get a whole bunch of anchovies right here. So we'll kind of see him develop. So again, it is a different type of boat. It's kind of, this is the anchovy one, and these are just kind of the regular ones. So it's nice to have a couple of little different assets in there. And he's gonna go ahead and do his little loop and catch some fish. Very cute. And again, it is a different looking asset as well, kind of from the harbour. You've got these nice piers. The piers were a little lower down here. Maybe the terrain that we placed on here wasn't particularly friendly. This one looks a little more normal. Yeah, again, lots of nice little industrial boxes and containers around here. And you know, it's a new way to help bring our waterways to life a little more. I like it. Let's have a look at the new one. Oh, the next one rather. So the next one is going to obviously be salmon. So it looks like these things are getting bigger with kind of each stage of fish. So you can kind of see how it starts off relatively small and moves into anchovies and then salmon. So this one's got 3 piers on it. Kind of a bigger building within the middle. Some nice little textures alongside the road here as well. Some little access ramps up into the yards. Very nice. And then I guess, you know, similarly this is going to work like the anchovy one did. This guy needs to pass over salmon in order to work, so we'll kind of give him a little salmon access route over here. so we'll see if his boat looks any different. Yeah, so it's a reskin of the anchovy one, isn't it? It's just a different colour. But he's going to go ahead and catch some salmon, which is fantastic news. Okay, so I have a little warning icon here. Okay, so if the fishing route isn't efficient, it gives us a warning. That's really cool. I like that. That's very important. So his fishing route sucks. Yeah, because it's really small, isn't it? Okay, so we have a new warning in the game now for those guys. That's pretty important. Then we have the shellfish one. Let's go ahead and drop this guy in as well. Okay, so he's kind of similar to the other one, isn't he? Just the two pairs, as with the anchovy one as well. Again, nice looking asset. They look a lot similar. It'd be good to place a couple of these guys alongside each other, and you know, you can add a new type of industry into your like real heavy industrial ports. Certainly nice to have some new assets in that regard. Okay, so again he's given us warnings that he has no loop, so you know he's going to need access into shellfish. Give him a whole bunch of shellfish fishing routes here. Obviously you just need to correspond each building to the colour within the water, and that's pretty it's pretty self-explanatory here. Obviously we're getting these warnings now that their routes aren't efficient, which is really interesting to see that the game will actually read that that the route you've placed sucks. Could you imagine if we had that with public transport? You know, like, oh yeah, like your public transport route is inefficient. But that's cool. It's good that it warns you that. Interesting to note when we do get around to playing with these things. And then of course a tuna fishing harbour. This guy is going to be kind of the biggest and most important one. Interesting that he's just out on kind of one singular pier here. And a big solid concrete structure along the water. Certainly nice to add into our port. Yeah, looks great. All of these buildings look really great kind of from the water. Now to see how many more boats are moving around the area. So we'll kind of check out the fishing boat here and see if he looks any different. I guess we don't have any tuna here, do we? No, we don't. It's fine though. We'll just draw him in. So we just so we can see the boat that comes out from him. Oh yeah, okay, so this one is a different kind. So the tuna boats look a lot different than the other ones, which is cool to see. Kind of a lot more important. So yeah, that's kind of all the fishing boats and stuff and the little different harbours that we have access to. A few different types there for us to enjoy. So we also have a fish farm as well. Okay, let's check this guy out. So the fish farm is 160 a week and 14,000 to place, and fish farms can be used to grow and gather high yields of fish. A farm has a growing cycle, and when complete it sends the yield to either fish market or the fish factory, which I'm guessing are the buildings we haven't looked at towards the end yet. And fish can also be exported. Farms can even be built on small lakes, which is very interesting. So I guess for the desert map, the fish farm would be the way to get fish into the city. So we also have an algae farm and a seaweed farm. So 3 types of farm building. Yeah, so these guys have little kind of floating platoons just off the coast of them, where they're farming either seaweed, algae or fish. Okay, what's the purpose of the algae farm? Okay, yeah, so it's just processed through the fish buildings like the market or the factory. I'm guessing the same with seaweed as well. Yeah, it is. So they have no ground pollution, but they are going to provide us with workspaces, but a little bit of noise pollution as well. Okay, so now we have the fish market. Let's go ahead and check out that. Let's join ourselves in another road here. Again, I am apologies for the state of this city. Is making me cry with every moment. It's awful, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our fish market and the fish factory. Okay, so fish market, $192 a week to upkeep, 15,000 cost, 33 jobs and 50 noise pollution. So this is going to take in the fresh fish from the harbours and the farms and sells it directly to customers without processing it into goods. And I'm guessing, yeah, so the fish factory is a new type of factory. Does this appear under our factories tab? I'm guessing it would. No, it doesn't look like it does. No, interesting that it doesn't. So the fish factory will take in fresh fish from the harbours and the farms and turn them into canned fish, which is delivered to shops in commercial zones. So that's just a way for us to make a little extra money. Be interesting to see how much the fishing industry can be cheesed, kind of like the rest of them can, and how much kind of traffic they produce, because the industry needs massively rebalancing at the moment. I really like all these little caravan stalls they've got at the front, like it is a real active fish market. That's very, very cool. Again, nice looking asset, quite understated, but really like them. And the fish factory again, it's not too much got going on with it, but it's another nice kind of portside building to play with here. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's check out some of the new policies, because I know there have been a few additions. So there is now a fishing license. So the city offers fishing licenses to citizens in exchange for a small amount of money. Increases all residential tax income by 5%. And it reduces citizen happiness and increases crime by 5%, funnily enough. Tourist travel card. The city offers affordable intercity bus tickets to people living in the surrounding cities to increase tourism. And the city will receive 8% more tourists, and increases in-city bus network upkeep by 15%. And algae-based water filtering. Algae is used as a natural filtering system, but it requires the algae farm, and increases filtering in water intakes and purification level in drain pipes by 45%. That's pretty cool. And it increases algae farm production by 50%, and increases water facility upkeep by 15% as well. No new taxation policies, and city planning we've got a little more. So the fishing industry takes steps to minimise the environmental impact of fishing and decreases the fish yield by 10%, and increases the fishing harbour upkeep by 15%. However, it will give your citizen happiness quite a massive boost, and the commercial income from goods by 5% as well. Dolphin safe fishing. The fishing industry adopts new techniques to ensure minimal dolphin fatalities during tuna fishing, and decreases the fish yield by 25%, but will boost your citizen happiness by 20%. So quite significant happiness buffs there at the cost of money. And aeroplane tours. The local aviation club starts organising aeroplane tours, increasing building plane count, entertainment and city attractiveness. And cost of the increase building noise pollution by 50%, so that's a fairly massive jump for the aviation club. I also believe we have some new waste transfer stuff. Yes, we do. Let's have a look at this. So this is the waste transfer facility, 240 a week, 20 grand to place, 10 grand pollution, 25 noise. Waste transfer facility uses garbage trucks to collect and temporarily store garbage. Stored waste can be picked up by waste transfer trucks from waste processing complex, and the building pollutes less, so it can be built closer to the city centre. So definitely better than some of the other alternatives we had available. And of course we've got this behemoth here, which is the waste processing complex. So this thing is a massive building. Looks great though. Both these assets look really nice. Certainly more nice stuff to post than our industrial sectors. I like all these little kind of processing pipes we've got here as well. These look like incineration furnaces. This is where they're burning all the rubbish that arrives. So 5,400 a week to maintain. This thing is pretty expensive if you're comparing this to like the recycling centre or the incineration plant. This thing is a lot more, although its processing rate is significantly higher, 192,000 a week. So it send out waste transfer trucks to pick up garbage from waste transfer facilities and landfill sites for further processing into energy and recycled materials. Okay, so it's the incinerator and the recycling plant in one. 250 gram pollution as well. That's very high. The complex cannot collect garbage directly from buildings. Okay, so you will still need your landfill sites in order to do this. I think. I might be misunderstanding that. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, two very big buildings, highly pollutive, but I guess it would mean you're placing a lot less kind of waste processing due to the capacity this thing can handle a week. So that's cool. They're nice. Okay guys, that is going to do it for our first look at Sunset Harbour. If you guys think the DLC looks good, please let me know in the comments. Equally as much if you're a little underwhelmed by it perhaps, feel free to let me know as well. Let's get a little discussion going about what I think will hopefully, probably, maybe, be the last DLC for Cities Skylines before we finally see a sequel. Obviously Cities Skylines had its 5th birthday recently, so hopefully this will kind of be the final farewell as we look towards Cities Skylines 2. The Aviation Club is a unique building that requires 10,000 population in order to place and unlock. Unfortunately, Bergusia is not currently accessible because of the mods are broken due to the new DLC. But you guys can check out the Aviation Club either Biffa has a video showing it, and it's also on the official Cities Skylines video channel as well. So I'll leave descriptions, links in the description to those guys below if you want to go ahead and check out the Aviation Club. We'll definitely be doing some more videos in this, including a modular build for the public transport stuff that has arrived for Sunset Harbour, and we'll be live streaming a brand new city on one of the new maps on Saturday. If any preference as to what that map is, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.